Many people step into a new year filled with energy, plans, and strong determination. Yet weeks go by and nothing truly changes financially. Bills remain overwhelming. Opportunities still feel far away. Effort produces little return. And this is not always due to laziness or lack of ability. In many situations, it is a blockage that quietly exists between work and results. People pray harder, work longer hours, and sacrifice more, but the flow does not shift. When money consistently resists effort, the issue is no longer effort but alignment. Money blockages rarely announce themselves loudly. They hide inside patterns. You recognize them when the same struggles repeat year after year. The same debts, the same emergencies, the same near breakthroughs that collapse just before success. People label it bad luck. Others blame people around them. Some even blame God. Very few pause to consider whether something unseen is interrupting the flow between their hands and their harvest. January is not an ordinary month, spiritually or practically. It functions as a gate that sets tone, direction, and rhythm. What is planted in January grows throughout the year. When people begin the year in confusion, disorder, and fear, they unknowingly authorize 12 months of the same experience. This is why many work hard all year, yet remain financially exhausted, because they started incorrectly and the year followed that pattern. Hands matter more than most people realize. Hands represent labor, contracts, giving, receiving, signing, building, and creating. Everything financial passes through the hands. When the hands are mentally and spiritually burdened, what flows through them carries resistance. This is why some people touch money but never keep it. Others work constantly yet cannot retain results. The issue is not the job but the condition of the hands handling the income. Many people pray for money while ignoring order. They ask for overflow while living in disorder. They desire increase while tolerating waste. Money responds to structure and moves toward discipline. When the internal system is chaotic, money mirrors that chaos externally. This is why prayer without alignment feels draining. Prayer opens doors, but alignment determines what remains. Simple prophetic actions confuse many people because they expect power to appear dramatic. They assume meaningful shifts must be complex. Yet many spiritual changes are activated through small, intentional acts done with understanding. Washing hands is not magic. It is a signal, a reset, a declaration that what you touch from this moment forward must respond differently. When intention and action meet, patterns break. Mockery blocks more people than ignorance. Some hear teachings like this about the spiritual meaning of hands and financial flow and immediately laugh or dismiss them. They do not realize that faith has always required action. Every breakthrough begins with obedience to something that does not make sense to observers. Those who mock remain stuck, not because the act failed, but because alignment was rejected. This teaching is not about superstition but responsibility. It is recognizing that money is not emotional. It responds to systems and clarity. When people wash their hands intentionally at the start of the year, they are declaring that confusion, leakage, and delay will no longer pass through their work. They are resetting how they engage with labor and reward. Some people pray aggressively but live passively. Others work aggressively but think carelessly. Both remain blocked. Alignment requires unity between thought, action, and discipline. Many prayers feel unanswered, not because they were ignored, but because the system receiving the answer was broken. Repairing the system allows flow to resume naturally. This act is not for everyone. It is for those tired of repeating cycles and willing to take responsibility for their financial direction. Small acts done correctly can correct large patterns. When done with understanding, this simple action becomes a line separating the old flow from the new one. What follows is not forcing money to arrive, but removing resistance so money can respond to effort again. When resistance is removed, work produces reward. Decisions feel clearer. Progress becomes steady. Hands are the primary instruments through which human effort turns into results. Every form of income passes through the hands, yet many people separate spirituality from work, even though hands sit at the intersection of both. What the mind plans, the hands execute. When confusion or heaviness attaches to the hands, effort becomes unproductive regardless of sincerity. Financial blockages attach themselves to daily actions. You wake up, work, transact, spend, and receive, yet nothing accumulates. The hands stay busy, but results remain thin. Blockage does not stop activity. It drains impact, allowing movement without progress. Money responds to how hands are used. Careless handling creates careless outcomes. Disorder in routines shows up as disorder in finances. When hands rush, waste, borrow, or react emotionally, money mirrors that behavior by arriving quickly and leaving even faster. This is why income level does not guarantee stability. The issue is handling, not amount. Some hands are always open but never full. They receive and release without intention, give and spend without boundaries, weakening financial structure. Money avoids such hands not because generosity is wrong, but because order was neglected. Hands carry history. Every disappointment shapes behavior, creating hesitation, overspending, clinging, or recklessness. These behaviors are learned responses stored in action rather than thought. This is why washing the hands symbolically interrupts unconscious patterns. Clean hands represent clarity, not perfection. They reflect operating slowly, calmly, and deliberately. Positioning replaces chasing, allowing money to respond rather than be pursued. Financial peace is rooted in order, not excitement. Money transfers through work, contracts, agreements, partnerships, and opportunities, all handled by the hands. When clarity is missing at these points, money is lost before it settles. This leads to opportunities that appear promising but produce nothing. Contaminated effort driven by resentment, anger, or fear drains productivity, causing burnout and loss of motivation. The work itself may not be wrong. Emotional weight interferes with action. Purposeful hands measure, pause, and operate with discipline that comes from alignment rather than prayer alone. Money does not respond to desperation. It settles where structure exists. This is why hands must be addressed before increase. Until hands change, results rarely do. Patterns travel with a person until behavior shifts. When behavior changes, outcomes follow. Timing also affects increase. Effort without awareness of season creates resistance. Starting wrongly produces fatigue that lingers throughout the year. This is why the 8th day matters. It represents continuity after completion. The 8th day arrives when the noise has settled but direction has not yet hardened. It allows adjustment without force. January serves as a foundation where early decisions carry weight. Habits corrected early prevent exhaustion later. Delay increases resistance, making correction heavier. Many rush through early January, overspending emotionally, speaking negatively, and unconsciously programming the year. The 8th day interrupts that momentum. It emphasizes timing over urgency, calm over panic, deliberate alignment over fear-driven action. Small early acts carry more power than dramatic late ones. The first days of the year shape expectation and influence how effort feels. Respecting timing disciplines the person rather than limiting God. This teaches awareness and stewardship so opportunities find disciplined individuals. Choosing a specific day removes excuses and forces decision and accountability. This day is not magical. It becomes effective through intention and understanding. It aligns a person with continuity instead of repetition and places correction intentionally at the beginning of the year. Preparation determines whether this act carries weight or becomes empty motion. It is not something to rush through or squeeze into noise. Preparation is where authority is established. Careless preparation weakens results. Intentional preparation gives the act direction and force. Every step must be slow and deliberate. The timing must be early morning before speaking to anyone, not after checking messages and not after conversations. Early morning carries freshness. Nothing has been spoken over the day yet. No complaints, no negotiations, no emotional leakage. Early morning represents first control, where what you do first sets authority over what follows. Acting before speaking to anyone means choosing direction before influence. Early morning is also a time of silence. The body is calm and the mind is not crowded. Silence matters because blockages thrive in noise and financial confusion grows where thoughts are scattered. Silence restores order and allows clarity to lead rather than reaction. This act is not done later in the day when fatigue and emotional residue are present. The location must be the bathroom near running water. This is not symbolic guesswork, but intentional placement. Bathrooms represent cleansing and release. Running water represents flow and movement. Money blockages are problems of stagnation. Positioning matters. Positioning yourself near running water naturally aligns with removal and restoration of flow. This is why it must not be done in a bedroom or random location. The bathroom is an exit point, a place where what no longer serves you is released. When people perform actions without understanding location, they weaken impact. Entry points invite, but exit points release. And when removing blockages, release is more important than attraction. Before you begin, your personal state must be controlled. Your phone must be placed on silent with all notifications off. No music, no videos. This is not entertainment, it is alignment. If your phone interrupts you, your focus breaks. Focus represents authority, while distraction represents surrender. This is not multitasking. This is a deliberate decision about direction. You must not talk during the act, neither to other people nor to yourself through scattered thoughts. Casual words weaken intention, while silence disciplines the mind and steadies the breath. This act is not done in panic or fear, but in authority. Authority is calm. Panic belongs to lack. Before starting, consciously release anger and frustration. Anger contaminates effort and fear rushes decisions. Money responds to neither. Carrying anger into this act reinforces resistance. Pause, breathe, settle your thoughts. This is not about forcing outcomes, but restoring order. The materials must remain simple, with no additions or substitutions. You need 1 bowl, clean water, a pinch of salt, and a pinch of cinnamon, nothing more. Simplicity builds confidence. When people realize they already have what is required, belief strengthens. Complexity creates doubt. The bowl represents containment. Clean water represents flow and clarity. Salt represents order and preservation. Cinnamon represents value and activation. Do not overanalyze or attach excessive meanings. Cleansing without activation creates emptiness. Activation without cleansing creates confusion. Balance matters. Before touching the water, verbal alignment is required. Words direct action. This step is not optional. Say clearly that you are not begging but declaring. Remove desperation from your posture, because desperation weakens authority. You are not asking permission, you are setting direction. State that this is not an act of fear but an act of authority. Correct your internal posture. Fear seeks escape. Authority establishes control. When posture is incorrect, even accurate actions yield weak results. Verbal alignment brings thought, emotion, and action into agreement. You must clearly and calmly state your intention. This primes the mind and spirit. When intention is spoken before action, the body follows with clarity rather than confusion. Once preparation is complete, there should be no doubt, rushing, or hesitation. Preparation is the foundation. When preparation is done correctly, the act itself becomes simple. Authority is established before your hands touch the water. Stand still in front of the sink. Do not rush into movement. Place the bowl on a flat surface near the tap. Turn the tap on gently so water flows quietly, not forcefully. Hold the bowl with both hands for a moment to signal control. Do not splash. Do not shake. Do not move emotionally. Everything must remain steady. Lower your hands into the bowl slowly. Do not dip aggressively or rush. Palms must be fully immersed with fingers open, not clenched. Clenched hands signal resistance. Open hands signal release. Do not scrub harshly. This is not about removing physical dirt, but aligning intention. Allow the water to touch every part of your palms calmly. Keep your movements measured and deliberate. While your hands are in the water, do not look around. Do not scan the room. Keep your eyes lowered or closed to avoid distraction. Treating this act casually weakens results. Presence matters. Awareness protects authority. With your hands still in the water, speak clearly. State that you release every financial blockage attached to your work. Say it slowly and calmly as a declaration, not a request. Repeat it once more with the same firmness. Then state that you withdraw your hands from delay, leakage, and confusion. Do not change the wording. Do not soften the tone. Repeat it once again after a brief pause. Repetition here establishes authority. Next, declare that you break the pattern of working without reward. Say it slowly. Repeat it again without emotion. Authority does not require volume, it requires certainty. Then state that you close every door where money escapes from your hands. Keep your hands still as you speak. Repeat it once more to establish boundaries. Boundaries protect results. Throughout all declarations, your emotional tone must remain calm and firm. Do not cry, do not plead, do not shout, do not whisper. This is a decision, not a confrontation. If your voice shakes, pause. Breathe until calm returns. Once the words are spoken, remain completely silent for a few seconds. Do not add extra prayers or explanations. Silence allows the declarations to settle and adds weight. Stillness completes authority. During the silence, slowly lift your hands out of the water. Do not shake them. Allow excess water to drip naturally back into the bowl. Shaking represents impatience. Calm dripping represents release without resistance. Step back from the sink, only one step. This marks separation from old patterns. Then pour the remaining water gently down the sink while the tap continues running. Do not dump it forcefully. Do not act with anger. Calm pouring represents controlled release. As the water disappears, remain silent. Speaking after release can reopen what was closed. Watch the water leave to reinforce closure. Then turn off the tap slowly. Do not slam it. A calm ending seals the act. Allow your hands to air dry naturally for a short moment. Do not wipe them immediately. Air drying represents patience and steady unfolding of results. Once this is done, the act is complete. No repetition, no correction, no reopening. Order has been set. After completion, disposal must be handled with the same seriousness as the act itself. The water must fully leave your space through the sink with running water until it disappears. Do not keep it. Do not reuse it. What has been addressed must exit completely. Flowing water represents continuation away from you, not return. Do not carry the bowl around afterward. Do not rush to wash it in panic. Calmness communicates confidence. Nervous rushing communicates fear, and fear weakens authority. Completion is what blockages respect. After this act, certain behaviors must be avoided. Do not repeat the act immediately. Repetition driven by anxiety cancels authority. Authority acts once and moves forward. Do not sit waiting for signs. Waiting creates tension, and tension invites doubt. This act restores order. It is not meant to create obsession. Do not explain it to everyone. Oversharing exposes unfinished spiritual processes to interference through opinions and mockery. Silence protects alignment. Do not redo the act out of fear or impatience. Fear-driven repetition reopens what was closed. Once it is done, proceed with your day normally. Eat, work, move forward. Do not behave as if something dramatic must immediately happen. Normalcy reinforces faith. Be intentional with your speech that day. Speak positively about work, money, and direction. Avoid arguments and complaints. Arguments create emotional leaks. Complaints reopen mental resistance. What you may notice is not fireworks, but calm. Pressure around money begins to lift. Confusion reduces. Decisions feel lighter. This calm is significant. It signals that internal resistance has eased. Where calm appears, clarity follows. You may also notice exposure. Wasteful habits become obvious. Certain behaviors feel uncomfortable. This is not loss, it is awareness. Awareness is correction. Emotional release may follow as relief or renewed motivation. These are signs of realignment, not instant wealth. Do not measure results by speed. Measure them by direction. When blockages lift, movement resumes steadily. Opportunities become visible. Discipline strengthens. Consistency replaces struggle. If this teaching resonates with you, you are instructed to comment the word alignment as an anchoring declaration. This seals intention publicly and completes the cycle. This final stage is not about adding more actions, but protecting what has already been set in order, because many lose results by interfering with alignment after it has been established. And closure protects authority, because when something is completed, it must be treated as complete. Mockery and laziness undo more progress than open opposition, because treating instruction casually reopens confusion. This act was not done for entertainment or curiosity, but to restore order, and order demands respect. That respect is shown through consistency, not through repetition driven by fear. When something is set correctly, it must be honored as settled. Reopening what was closed weakens authority and invites disorder back into the system. Responsibility begins after revelation. Clarity is not the finish line, but the starting point of discipline. Financial alignment requires careful handling of money through small daily decisions. Spiritual alignment without practical discipline collapses quickly because structure must support intention. This teaching does not eliminate effort, it removes resistance. You still work, you still plan, you still act. The difference is that effort no longer feels blocked, and progress becomes steady rather than exhausting and draining. You must not search for enemies to blame if movement feels slow. Patience is part of authority. Impatience signals doubt, and doubt reopens disorder. Gradual movement often indicates that the foundation is correcting itself. Foundations must stabilize before expansion can occur. Trying to rush growth before stability creates collapse later. Slow strengthening is not failure, it is preparation. When order is restored, momentum builds naturally without force. Simplicity must be respected. Clarity carries power even when it appears unimpressive. Many overlook simple structures because they expect complexity to signal importance. Yet order often looks quiet. When simplicity is honored, confusion loses its grip. And if you notice yourself slipping back into old habits, correction must happen immediately without guilt. Delay strengthens patterns. Immediate correction weakens them. Guilt creates paralysis, but correction restores movement. Authority adjusts rather than punishes. Guilt keeps you stuck staring backward, while correction redirects you forward. Money follows structure. As structure improves, flow follows naturally. This teaching is not about chasing money aggressively. It is about becoming stable enough to hold what arrives without leakage, waste, or fear-driven decisions. This act must represent a shift, not just a moment. A shift in thinking, a shift in handling, a shift in discipline. Maintained shifts multiply results without force and break cycles permanently. When behavior aligns with clarity, outcomes follow consistently. Temporary actions without sustained change produce temporary relief. Permanent adjustment produces lasting stability. This understanding must be carried forward quietly. There is no need for announcements, explanations, or proof. Oversharing weakens alignment. When results begin to appear, they will speak louder than words. Order does not need defense. It reveals itself through consistency, calm progress, and stability that others can see without being told. The ending is complete when your life reflects what was set in order, when decisions feel clearer, when effort produces results, when money responds calmly rather than resisting constantly. Completion is not marked by emotion but by evidence. When structure holds, authority remains, and when authority remains, cycles no longer repeat.